Hi, guys. See a few people starting to come back on. Please let me know if you see me and not a blue screen anymore. You should be able to see me now. I don't understand why this happens every once in a while. Normally, I can see all your comments on my little tablet and it works just fine. If there's a thing I have to do, you don't need to hear all about that. I did exactly the same and it's still showing blue screen. Okay, I see Myra's back on. Hope you can see me, Myra. If you guys can see me, then we're good. So I'll go ahead and wait. I don't have too many people on just yet, but it's starting to creep up. So hopefully you guys are starting to find me again. Yay, Jamie, thank you. I'm going to hurry up and delete. I already took off my old one on YouTube. Where's the delete at? Do do do. Move to trash. Okay, there we go. Good. So now everybody's only going to see. Okay, good. I think we're good now. Yay. Good. Myra says she sees me just fine too. And Joan, please let me know if you see me because you're the only one I've got on here right now. It's on Facebook. Now the hard part is I'm gonna have trouble seeing your all your. Oh, I wonder if I could get. I'll play with that another time. I just thought of something I might be able to do to change so that stuff doesn't happen anymore. But because I know it's my tablet interacted wrong, and that's why it went to a blue screen. I've it made it think that my oh, tablet was wanting to go live too. That I was sharing that screen instead of what I was trying to do. I thought I had turned that. I did turn that off, so it should have worked. But oh well. Good. I'm seeing more people coming on. Let's see. Anybody from Facebook? Oh, good. Thanks, Joan. Joan says she can see me. So good. Everybody can see me. I'm glad. Glad you guys came back. So I will try my best to see your comments because I've got them on my laptop now. So I have to keep going over here and I don't see that as well as I do my tablet. So bear with me. I do promise I always read the comments after the live is over. So if you had a question and I missed it, there are some ladies too that answer questions if they know the answer to that. I appreciate you guys for helping me out with that. One of these days I might have to have an assistant that knows some of the stuff and be able to comment back for me. But I will do that another time. So I'm back. No blue screen. Everybody says you see me. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm just going to start from the beginning again because I know there's some people that probably didn't even know we had that when my first live didn't work. Boy, now my throat's all dry again. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to tell everybody hi that's on so far. Myra and Jamie and Joan. Yes, Crystal, I'm here. Okay. Yes, I'm back, Robin. And Cheryl. Ta-da! Yep, I made it. That is so frustrating. I think there's every once in a while that site, because I can honestly say a couple times it was my fault. I know it wasn't my fault this time because I triple checked it before I got it all set up. So that should not have happened. That was strange. Okay. We're done talking about technical stuff. Now we're going to have some fun. Oh, hi, Sandy. Good. I'm glad you can see me. And Ruth Westway, glad you're here too. Okay, so I have to keep really looking because the computer's a little far away. So, okay, we'll make it. So, what I was getting ready to say, I'd look at all the comments once the live is over. If you had a question and I missed it, I will answer it back. On Facebook, I just reply back to your comment with your answer. So, be on the lookout for that. You should get a notification saying that I replied to your comment. On YouTube, that's a little different. Right now, you're on a thing called a live chat. As soon as the live is over, I can't comment on that live chat anymore. I'll be able to see it tomorrow, but I won't be able to comment on it. So I will have to do it in the regular comments. Like when you're watching a recorded video that's not a live, you know how the comments are below the video. That's where you'll have to find your answer. But I will type in your answer, then I'll try my best to tag you. I think I know how to do it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. One of these days I'll get that figured out. But that's how that's going to work if I miss your question, because a good chance I'm going to miss your comments tonight. I'm trying my best to see them. Like I said, when I'm working and I don't have the comments right in front of me, it's a little hard to see them. So I will go ahead and get started. I was telling you that this is my card class at home. I do these the first Tuesday every month. There's just one a month now. And I'm featuring a whole suite this time, not just the bundle. I can honestly say I could say, oh, I got this all planned out because of the new sale that started today. But no, I actually thought this up before I knew about the sale. But what happened, these cards might look familiar because I have shown them before. I had made these for my written tutorial. That was one of my thank you gifts last week. And sadly, nobody earned the kits to make them. Some people got the tutorial, which is good. And you'll be getting that by Friday, guys, by the way. I still need to finish writing that up. And all the other thank you gifts will get mailed out by Friday also. But the cards, nobody was going to be able to make the cards I made with my kits. So I thought, I don't want to have my cards go to waste because I really liked how these turned out. If I hadn't liked them so much, it wouldn't bother me so much. I thought somebody's got to get the kits for these. So it's my card class at home. It ends up working out perfectly because since I'm going to feature a whole suite, then that's going to tell you about the BOGO sale that's going on for suites. And I'll tell you about that here in just a minute. And I'll tell you about all my thank you gifts once all the cards have been made. I used to do it at the beginning and at the end. Last week, I accidentally forgot to do it at the beginning and did it just at the end, and it actually worked out better. So I'm just going to be telling you all about the thank you gifts at the end of the video. So make sure that you stay till the end so you can learn about all the ways you can get some. I've got 4 thank you gifts that you can earn throughout June. So I'll tell you more about that here in a minute. But there's a lot going on with Stampin' Up! Right now, and I want to make sure you know about it, and then we'll get started with the class. Well, we'll do door prizes too, but first I want to do all the stuff that's going on with Stampin' Up. I'm going to look at your comments real quick too. Let's see here. Lynn Fones is joining us from Southern New Jersey. And Celia, yeah, I'm glad you could catch the live today too. And you missed all of the drama because this is the second live I've started today. The first one messed up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about the stuff that's going on with Stampin' Up! Right now. This is that sale I was telling you about just a second ago. It's buy one, get one 50% off. Now, the way this works, because it's a little bit confusing, if you got my newsletter, you probably read all about it. And if you don't get my emails, because I give a lot of information there about the Stampin' Up! Stuff, my promos, all that good stuff. And hopefully I'm going to start doing some exclusive tutorials in my emails too. The only email people get it. Click on the sign up for my newsletter link. And when I talk about links in Facebook, click that learn more button at the top and you'll find all the links I talk about there under that learn more button. And there's also a button in the video description below the video on YouTube that'll say all my crafting and social media links. Click on that and you'll find sign up for my newsletter on that list. And there's also some other links in the video description on YouTube that I talk about all the time during the video. So I've got those in the video description as well. But I think the one about the newsletters in that under that one general link at the top. Okay. I don't know why this isn't auto scrolling. Hold on a second. Talking about your comments. Okay, there we go. I know that was weird. I'm afraid this site is messing up, so let's get this going so it doesn't crash on me again. Okay, so you can buy suites, like the florals. Let's see, I'm doing the Florals and Blooms suite is what I'm doing tonight. And it includes, actually, this one is a big suite. It's got 2 bundles, a pack of DSP, which is designer series paper, and some embellishments that are the 2025 to 2027 in color flat pearls. All of that is in that suite. So you can purchase suite products individually, or you can purchase the suite. And the suite always includes the bundled 10% off price on the stamp sets. So say you want everything in the suite, just use that suite number and you don't have to type in a bunch of different products. You'll get the whole suite under that one number. Well, if you purchase say you've got 2 suites that you haven't gotten, you don't have any of the products, you want to get 2 suites, put them in one order, and the one that's a lower priced one will be 50% off. So and you can also buy individual products in the suite. And if you get 2, the lowest price one is 50% off. Now, one thing I do want to tell you, like today I placed an order. There were 2 suites I wanted to get. And what I did, I wanted the lower price item to be one of those suites. So I did 2 separate orders, which is fine. You don't like with a new Stampin' Awards program, it's not going to affect your Stampin' Awards any, because as long as it's over $20, you're going to get 10% Stampin' Awards. And it's like that with every single order. So when I added those 2 suites on, it took the smaller one 50% off, and then I placed my order. Then the next order I did smaller items. So that way, like I did a DSP pack and some embellishments. The embellishments were the cheaper, so I got that half off. So or like if you have two bundles, if you're just getting bundles, not just sweets, so you're getting bundles and put those on an order. You just want to kind of play around with it because say you bought a sweet and then you bought an embellishment. Those were the two things you put on your order. Your 50% is going to be that embellishment, and you're not going to save on that sweet. So if you do separate orders, that'll save you more money. So I definitely wanted to have my second sweet be 50% off. So that's why I put that in a separate order. And being two sweets, I still got the regular shipping. I went past the minimum shipping, so that didn't the shipping didn't bother me any either. So I hope that made sense. If it didn't, just let me know. It's hard to explain. It's easier to put it in writing, and I had it in my newsletter. But I will also put a post on my Facebook page, and I'll put one in my blog too, more about it there also, not just in my newsletter. Let's see. Marilyn said couldn't get me on YouTube. Only, Is anybody else having trouble with the YouTube live? It could be because you're out of town. I guess. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you're only staying for a short time. I wonder if you might have clicked on the. I bet that's what happened. Yeah, what happened, Marilyn? You probably did the link that was in my email, and that took you to the live that I had to get rid of. Sorry about that, because that it didn't work right, so I had to start a brand new live. So you can find this one on YouTube now, but I bet that link took you to the old one. I didn't think about that. Oh well, my newsletter people. Hopefully, they can find this. Okay. But have fun with your friends that are out of town. I totally understand. You can watch the replay later. You got to have fun with your friends. Okay. All right. So that is the sale. And you can mix and match. You don't have to say you want to get a bundle from one suite and a bundle from another suite. That is fine. They do not have to be from the same suite, and there's no limit. But make sure that you have at least you do everything even. Say you did 3 products, you're only going to get one 50% off item. If you go up to 4, then you'll get two 50% off items. So you do want to try to make them be an even number of products. Okay, I think those are all the tips I can think of for right now. The last chance list, I almost forgot about this, was updated today. I've got to look at it a little bit, and there's some really good ones that were just added. Some of the discounts have probably been changed too. I didn't check that, but not everything is discounted, but the ones that are up to 80% off. So it ranges from like probably 5 or 10% up to the 80%. So make sure you check that out. What you do, just go to my online store. The links are in those places I told you about, and then just go to probably specials, the special section, and then it'll show last chance, and you can click on that. So that's how you can see those. Okay, so I don't know why this thing keeps messing up. Oh, this is going to be a night, I can tell. All right. Oh, and also for my scrapbookers there, I know some of you are. There is a new album retreat. This is the first time Stampin' Up! Has done this. It's a virtual album retreat. And it's going to be July 16th to the 18th, 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Now, I'm not sure if each day is 2 to 10:30. I'm not sure how that's working. I'll hopefully find that out soon, because I looked all over and couldn't find that. But it is Mountain Time, so you want to make sure you remember that. But for $250, and I know that sounds like a lot, but you will get the products to make 12 layouts. So here, and it's called the month by month album retreat 2025 kit. So there are 4 of the 2-page layouts there. And then I'll kind of scroll kind of slow here. And there's some of the others. Now, if you go to the go to my online store and put in month by month album retreat, it'll pop up and show you everything that comes in it. They're exclusive stamp sets, so they're only going to be available with this retreat. No one else will be able to get those except if they get the retreat. Papers, all the supplies except for like ink pads and things like that. Those aren't included. But I will put this on my blog too. But I also had all the information in my newsletter if you got that. So it's a really good deal. And if you happen to get this, and you want to get as soon as possible because it is while supplies last. What else did I want to say? You want to get it as soon as you can also, so you have it in time for the July 16th to 18th event. Now, if you can't watch it all those 2 days, so you've got some things going on, or actually 3 days, don't worry about it. When it happens, you don't have to register. Just purchase the kit. Then you will automatically get probably an email, I think, letting you know, uh, giving you the link to the Facebook group or Facebook page that all of this is going to happen on. And you'll have access to that Facebook page after these dates are over. So you can watch all the recorded lives. So they'll be done in lives. So I'll get, like I said, you can find out more about that if you go to that month by month album retreat page in my online store. Okay, that is everything that's going on with Stampin' Up. There's a lot going on this summer. Okay, now I'm going to do the door prize. I almost forgot I was going to start the class. This is what I made in the live last week. Oh, hi, Christy. Glad you could make it. Keep telling this thing to auto scroll and it's not doing it. Okay, now some people have already started doing this. So I will hurry up and get my caption up here. If you live in the United States and want to be part of the door prize drawing, you have to comment hashtag door prize. You need to type it in exactly the way you see it there in the bottom of the screen. It is all one word, no spaces, all small letters. So I know it's really easy to want to do hashtag space, door prize space, door space prize, but don't do any spaces, all small letters, and don't forget that hashtag. It has to be typed in just right while you're watching the live, because the program I use will only pull the comments that have it typed in just right to get you in the door prize drawing. You do have to live in the United States in order to participate. Sorry about that. So this was a pull-out gift card holder. So it opens up, and the little pouch that you put your gift card in comes out. So just a nice little way to be able to give your gift cards. So I already gave this away to somebody last week during the live. This is my other one. So everybody that commented during the live and the replay got in the drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up this door prize drawing wheel. Let's see who's going to win. Didn't mean to click it that quick. I had the trigger finger. Let's see who won. Oh, Melissa. I'm not sure if you're on right now, but I do believe I have your info. If not, contact me. I can't remember where you usually watch. I know it used to be Facebook, so you could just message me. If it's still Facebook, you can message me. And oh, I forgot to show you the. There we go. I think I'm a little flustered from all the technical difficulties. There's the wheel. You didn't get to see it spin. You might have heard it, but there we go. I forgot to show you. So Melissa Mitchell, congratulations. She usually comes on later if she. So hopefully I'll see her name pop up. I do believe I've got your info though. All right. So congratulations, Melissa. Okay, now I got to get your comments back up. This is like my old Manicam. That was the what I used to use for lives, and I had to keep switching through to see comments. I hate this. Okay, I miss being able to use my tablet, but I don't want to have a blue screen again, so we don't want to do that. Oh, hi, Karen. Oh, you are fine. I'm glad you found this one because the original one didn't work. Original live didn't work. Oh, thanks, Mary. I'm glad you like that little door prize. Okay, so everybody get the hashtag door prize in. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. There we go. That's the other thing that messes me up. I forget which camera let's see. Oh, thanks, Joan. All right, I think I keep telling to auto scroll and it's not doing it. Okay, so we're done there. Now it's time to start working with the cards. Now, if you're probably thinking, oh, wait a minute, you didn't say what door prizes are for tonight. Well, tonight is going to be, I'm going to put the hashtag door prize up for people right now. I forgot that wasn't on this screen. It's going to be, I've got 3 cards I'm making tonight. I'm going to give away one of each card. So tonight, there are actually going to be 2 door prizes. So those of you that are watching here tonight, make sure you get the hashtag door prize in. You only need to do it the one time. You're automatically put in as soon as you type it in, just like you see there on the screen. And I will do that at the end of the video. And then the 3rd card will be the one that I do for everybody that watches this live and the replay. And those of you watching the replay, it's okay if you don't type it in just right. I'll know what you mean, and because I'm the one that types all your names in that door prize wheel that I showed you just a second ago. So it's okay if it's not typed in just right. But I will announce the winner for the third card in next week's live. So that's everybody watches the live and the replay. Okay, so let's go ahead. Get off of here. I need to get your comments back up. Okay. All right. So I've got that taken care of. I'm not kidding. You get in a groove, and then when you have to change things up, it's hard to stay focused. But I'm going to show you everything that's in the suite. Now, so if you don't have the suite, like I said, this is one. If you get it and another suite, you can get the lower priced valued one for 50% off in June. But this suite has the two. This is the Sweet Blooms. So I am actually going to be using both bundles. So I really, oh, Christina Louise. Okay. Oh, now you know my middle name. I always say that to myself when I'm not. Oh, I know what happened. Let's go to this screen. You know what? Wait a minute. I want to get rid of this one. I don't want to hide that from. There we go. Now it'll be ready when I come back. Okay. You were probably like, what on earth is she doing? Okay. So there is this bundle. I wanted you to be able to see this on a big screen. That little one, you couldn't see what was going on. So I love how there's these two say lovely. This one die cuts the words, the stamped words, or you can do this one. This one die cuts it, and you'll see me do it with the bloom here in a minute. This one die cuts the word, and then you can use this one as a mat behind it. Now, when I do the bloom on this first card, I'm just going to use this. I didn't use a mat. One of these days I will do that. But the ones that have the openings are the ones that'll die cut the stamped words. Then the other one is called Pretty Florals. This is the one that's used the most. See if I can get a hold of the dies. There we go. So here, you know what? I'm going to move these out of the way. It's kind of confusing. There we go. So look at all of these. I love them. And the first one, I will show you how to make flowers with the die cuts. I didn't use these in the card, but I did use this one and this one for the card. So you'll get to see how to make the big flower. So if you buy this bundle, it's $50.25. That's the 10% off price purchasing these together as the bundle. If you only want the stamp set, it's $19. If you only want the dies, they're $37. But the best deal is getting that bundle, saving that 10%. And then with this bundle, the bundle is $51.25. Stamp set's just $24, and the die set is $33. So just to give you an example, say you just wanted the bundles, you didn't want to get anything else in the suite for the sale. This bundle is $50.25. This one's $51.25. So this one you would pay the full price. This one you would get half off. But you probably understood that. I just wanted to make sure. So I'm going to put these to the side. Better leave the dies up here because I'm going to need those. I've already got the stamp sets out. But that is the bundle. Oh, I meant to bring the DSP over here. Beautiful designer series paper. So if you go to my online store, just search Florals in Bloom and find the DSP. Click on that. Don't go to the suite page. Go to the one that's just the designer series paper, and it'll show you every single design in it. But you'll get to see some of them as I make the cards. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started right now. It took too long to get to this point, so I better get moving here. So everything you're seeing here is what's going to be in the card kits if you get these with your order. Placing just that, I said this, I forgot I said this in the first live. The first thank you gift, and this is the only thank you gift I'm going to talk about right now. I'll tell you about all of them later. If you place a $60 order, that's before shipping and tax, and it's also after you redeem any Stampin' Rewards. So say you've got some Stampin' Rewards and you're going to use them on your next order, then use your Stampin' Rewards, then look at the total. If it's $60 before shipping and tax, you're good. If it's below that, then you have to add a little bit more. But it has to be $60 after you redeem your rewards and before shipping and tax. So this is only half a kit because you'll get enough to make two. I'm only making one. And I'm going to take the door prize thing off. Let me get this going here because you need to see everything. Now I'm going to get your chat back up. Hopefully I'll see that. Okay. So this is a piece of Petunia Pop. Love this color. This is from the last year's in colors. So we've got one more year with this color. It's 5.5 by 8.5 for the card base. I don't need that pencil anymore. Let's get that out of the way. I'm going to fold this up. Oh, and I forgot. I brought this little thing in. I had this on when let's put it on my left hand. When I went to Orlando for the incentive trip, they gave these at the going away party, their last night there, and I was wearing it and I forgot to turn it on. Isn't that cool? Hopefully you can see that. Here, I'll turn it off and you'll see the difference for sure. It says Stampin' Up, but you turn it on, it's all lit up. We were at Animal Kingdom at night, so everything was really dark. So we were all walking around with our little purple lights on. It looked pretty cool out there. But I thought that was so neat. I've actually got a few of these. They had a bunch of extra, so they were handing them out. So I've got a few of them. But I just had to show it to you all lit up. Okay, I'm going to turn it off now. I'll probably keep it on. I don't want to mess with it now, but I thought that was so cool. Okay, so here's my card base. I love this folder. This is a brand new folder. I did not get this suite. It's the Kanutsu, something like that, Impressions. I can't remember what it is. But I love the embossing folder. It's called Join Together. I'm going to get this up here. Isn't that cool? It's got a bunch of different designs in it. And it's got a little crack here, so it looks like a mosaic type thing. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I'm glad you like the bracelet. So there we go. But I thought I love this folder. I had to get the folder. I might get the suite sometime. I'm not sure. But I definitely wanted to get that folder. So this is a piece of peach pie, 5.25 by 4. And then I've got a piece of the paper that's from the suite. It's called Florals in Bloom, like the suite. So this is a 2 by 4 inch piece. That just happens to be the other side. Either one would work good with this, but I'm going to do this one. And I can go ahead and put that on the card base. Okay. And it's going to go right along the right side, but I'm going to have a little bit of the peach pie still showing here on the right. You can go all the way to the edge if you want to, if you make this card later. But that's the way I wanted mine to look. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the card base. This is going to be what they call a tent fold, so it's going to be up here. And I'm going to go ahead and get this on. Oh, and I did want to show on this one. See how this is, the cracks are indented here. That's actually the side, but you can also do this side if you like it. So it looks like they're raised up. I like both looks. Sometimes that happens with the embossing folder. You got two sides you can use that look different. Just use whichever one you want. And Cheryl, thanks for putting that up there. Suji, I'd probably still not, I know I'm not saying it right. I can't remember, not sure how to say it, but it is a neat bundle, I have to admit. I'm just not sure how much I'd use it. But there we go. I'm sure I'm going to see projects in it and love it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. There is some die cutting that I needed to use adhesive sheets. And your kit, if you get these with your order, will have the adhesive sheet to go along with it. Now this is a piece of strawberry slush. It's 8.5 by 1.5 inch piece, and that's the size of the adhesive sheet too. They're the same size. This is enough to do 2 of the bloom die cuts for both of your cards. So how you do this, you remove the paper backing. Now sometimes I've had a few different packs do different things. On this one, when I take this off, this is actually the sticky part, and sometimes the sticky part is all one piece. I can just take off the paper backing and it's all on this one piece. Well, this time it's going to be in 2 pieces. So I have a feeling that's what they're all going to be here tonight from the pack I had. But this is the sticky side, so make sure you take the sticky side. So sometimes you're just going to have one whole great big piece, so you won't have to do both pieces like I'm doing right now. And it will get on your fingers. I'm just putting it right across the bottom here. And it'll rub off your fingers, no problem. Then I'm going to take this one. So what I'm doing, I'm going to be making a sticker. So I'm going to put this right up against the other strip. Like I said, it's definitely easier when it's all just one piece. So sometimes it will be. But just make sure you get the sticky side on the cardstock. So this one is ready to go. So I'll throw this away. There's another piece that we need the sticker sheet because this is going to be a detail part of the flower die. the flower that we're die cutting. This is a piece of the petunia pop, and I'm giving in the kit's going to be a 5-inch by 1 3/4 inch piece. That's the same size as the adhesive sheets. Let's see how this one works. Oh, this one's coming apart in pieces too. There's the sticky side on here. And here's the sticky side. Oh, I've got 3 pieces on this one. My goodness. Oh, wrong direction. This right up against it. If it's not right up against it, it's okay. It's going to, just as long as it gets most of the adhesive on the die cut. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. Because like I've got some cardstock with nothing there. It's just the cardstock showing, no big deal. So I actually make these a little bigger than what you need. So now these are ready for die cutting. So I'm going to put those to the side. I've got one thing here I need to stamp. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. I forgot to get some new paper, but that's okay. This was die cut out a piece of basic white, and it was a 3.5 by 2-inch piece. Wanted to show you which dies I used. Right here, these are the textured notes dies, and they're are bundled with another stamp set. If you just want the dies, they're $31. And these are part of a suite. Yes, these are part of a suite called Textured Notes. Well, no, that's what the bundle's called. But if you look up Textured Notes bundle, it'll tell you what suite when you get on that page for that item. So there we go. I love these rectangles. So you get this as part of the sale too. So 1, 2. I say I'm using the number 3 dies. 1, 2, 3. I always start with 1 as the smallest one. So this was the die I used to get this neat rectangle. I love the different borders that it makes. Okay, so I need to take my petunia pop, and this says Let Joy. Go ahead and open this up. Do my Let Joy, and it is going to be stamped in the top right corner of the rectangle. And then the inside of the card, I want to show you with this stamp set, the one that has the Sweet Blooms has mainly the words. I wanted to use this too, so I'm going to be using these 2 stamps here to make a little floral thing inside. So I need to find, let's see, where did it go? Oh, there we go. Here are the leaves. Where did I put the, oh, here we go. Couldn't find that for a second. So petunia pop again. I think what I'm going to do garden green first. Now I think I did do the leaves first. So this is the inside of the card. I forgot we're done with this piece. I thought I'd gotten that out. Getting ahead of myself. Piece of basic white, 5 1/4 by 4. So here are the leaves. Okay, that's in garden green. And then here are the flowers in petunia pop. And you see all these little lines here. Bring them all forward. Some lines there. I'm going to line the flowers up with these. I kind of look at, I just realized if you line up the 2 bottom lines with the flowers first, then they all come together perfectly. Cool. I'm going to remember that. So if you line up those bottom ones, I think it's the easiest way to do it. So that is the inside of the card. That's all I'm going to do on the inside of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on so I don't get it misplaced. Because this one, there are a ton of pieces, as you saw, since we're making the flowers by die cutting and not using the stamps. There we go. There's petunia pop. I love that purple color. It's gorgeous. Okay, now, all done stamping. So I need to get the die cutting machine out. I had to put it way down my table, so it's going to have to reach for it. Okay. Now I'm going to let's go ahead and do the ones that I already got prepared with the adhesive sheets. So the trick with these, once you get the adhesive sheet on, you turn them over, make sure the cardstock is facing up. Oh, Cheryl, you like those frames I showed you? Yeah, those are my favorite frames too. Okay, I'm going to grab, where did I put them? Oh, there they are. Too many things over here. Okay, oh, that's right. I don't need those yet. I want the bloom, and this is going to be in the strawberry slush, so I'm just going to put it on one end. So this is the one that does not have any openings. That's the one that just die cuts the word. So that's going to go here. This one, is going to be with this, and it's going to be this one right here. Take it off. So the reason I use adhesive sheet is because these are so thin. Then I'm going to grab another standard cutting plate, put on top. I'm going to double check it and make sure they're still on the cardstock, and they are. Now, I probably don't need to go through 2 times. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring it back through again to make sure. Since we're using adhesive sheet, sometimes you want to go back and forth. See, it cut no problem, except it's sticking right here. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Some of the adhesive got on the die. It die cut really good. So that is ready. And then I can use this side for my other card. And we've got this one. Use the other side for the other card. So I will take that out of the die here in just a minute. Go ahead and get the other die cutting done here. This is a piece of bubble bath. It is a 5.5 by 2 inch piece. This is for both cards. And this is the die we need for that one. And then I've got this big piece of garden green. Oh, good. I can't fit it on. I wasn't sure. It's kind of close, but I think I'm going to be good. And there is a big leaf right here. And I need 2 of these. So I'm just going to put one right here. Grab my other, I keep putting this down. I keep forgetting where I put it. I do believe this, yes. I'll have to do one more leaf because I need 2 of those leaves. So this one is ready. Oopsie. That one's ready. I love how they're almost always now we've got little lines or something like that. So there's a little detail in the leaves. I like that. And same with this flower. So I'll use that for the other card. And it's not it did come out. Sometimes if you just bounce it, it'll fall out. If it doesn't, that's what these little holes are for. Just take a paper piercer and it'll push out. There's some detail on that one. That's with the bubble bath. And then last but not least, got one more. As you can see, there's plenty for the second card. Okay. Now that one didn't come out. No big deal. Take the paper piercer. Take your pick tool. Usually I just have to do one. There we go. Comes out really easy. Okay, all done die cutting for this card. That wasn't too bad. I'm going to try to put some of these back because I'm going to need them again, more than likely. Okay, but I do still, let's get this out of the way. Done with this. For now, it'll come back. So now we've got these. I'm going to get my die brush because you can put a die brush. This is what the take your pick tool looks like when you get it. And then you can buy this as an attachment. And you just screw the putty part off and screw this on another end. And then you can just sweep this. And that got all those little pieces out. You can keep these if you want to. They do have adhesive on them. Get those out of the way. And then I'm just going to poke one part of it out. So there we go. So we've got this, and it's already got all the adhesive on it. I don't have to worry about all those little thin places because I've got my little sticker made now. And then this one, I'm going to use this just a little bit because there were just a couple little pieces. Bring this out. And there are still some pieces in there. I'm not going to worry about it now, but before I put it away, I'm going to pop these out, and I can just do it with that. And it'll come out. Ooh, that one's it's probably because it's got some sticky stuff on it. Usually they come out with no problem. I'll do this. There we go. So I can take them out, throw them away. But I'll do that later because you don't want to have any paper in here when you go to use it again because it may not cut completely. Okay. So now we've got our perfect bloom. And, oh yeah, this is for the other card. Now let's bring this back in. I want to get my rectangle. Where did I put it? See, I told you I do this all the time. Oh, this is bad. Where did I do with it? Oh, I bet I got stuck on something. Hold on a minute. Well, you guys saw me. I know you guys can vouch me. You're my witnesses. I did that rectangle. The one that I stamped on. My goodness, what did I do with it? Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm going to watch comments. It's under the live chat. Oh, okay. I thought somebody was telling me where they saw it. She was telling you guys where you can like me. Thank you. Oh, there it is. It got turned upside down under an ink pad. My goodness, I don't know how I did that. But if it can be done, I can do it. Okay, grab my seal here. I'm going to be putting this, well, it is pretty much in the center. I was looking at my original. So, yep, just put it right in the center of the card base. Make sure that fold is on top. Okay. I'm going to bring this in. Now with this, I think it's easiest to use the paper piercer on Take Your Pick tool, and you can actually actually with this, I don't think I'm going to do that. Never mind. I'm just going to pick at it. There we go. Easy. That came off no problem. Sometimes you can poke this and bring it up with your paper piercer, but when it's delicate like this, I think it actually is better to do it with your fingernails because it's really easy to rip this. So this side is completely sticky from the adhesive sheet. This section right here lines up perfectly with that flower. That kind of helps you with lining it up. I kind of got this on the center. This little piece is close to the end. I will bring it up closer to this camera in just a minute so you can see. Oh, come on. It's stuck to my finger really good. Those adhesive sheets work perfectly. You just slowly lay it down, and there's the flower. Isn't that cool? It just brings it to life getting that detail on there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and lay this down for right now. Well, actually, I'm going to put it on. Let's put the adhesive, if you do this with me later. I'm only putting adhesive near the center. And I'm going to lay this down here. And I'm only going to tap it down because I might want to move it later. Now with these leaves are big enough, I can put glue on them. Oh, there's the other one. I'm going to grab my silicone sheet and use multi-purpose glue. I could use the seal, but I don't want to start tearing up those leaves. And with these being extra thick leaves, I'm not worried about the glue coming out the side. So I'm just doing the leaves. I'm not getting bothered to do the stem. That also makes it so you can hold on to something without getting glue on it. And plus the tip of this leaf doesn't have any glue. This is going to go right here. Okay, push that down, put some pressure on it. Make sure it doesn't go past the card base. I almost did, but I got to scoot it over before I put pressure on it. There we go. So it's still right on the edge. So I lucked out there, almost messed up. Put some more glue on this one. This one I end up not putting any dimensionals on them. That's a rarity for me. And this is going to go right under here. I could have put the flower on with dimensionals, but oh yeah, now I know why I didn't. I'll tell you here in just a minute. I made these about a month ago, so I'm having to refresh my memory on how to do it. Hold these down, get some pressure on there. Oh, thanks, Ruth. I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, and Crystal, thanks for telling everybody to like my video. I appreciate that. That helps out a lot because the more likes I get and the more comments I get, YouTube and Facebook will recommend people to watch my videos in other places. So I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so that is all on. Now I'm going to take the paper backing off of this one. And once again, I'm just going to use my fingers and kind of flick at it. When it's die cut and it's this thin, the paper backing comes off pretty easy. Now that is part of that little piece, because you know how some of the adhesive sheet came in pieces. So when it's all one piece, it's kind of nice because then you only have one thing of paper backing to mess with. Oh, this one is going, I can see the line right here. Okay, I see what's going on. So we have a lot of little pieces to take off, but it's coming off super easy. And doing it this way too, I don't have to worry since it's so thin. I don't have to worry about glue oozing out the edges because it's just the adhesive sheet. Okay, so then the bloom is going to go right under. I'm going to put the L next to the let in the let joy. Maybe over a little bit farther. I'm just kind of tapping it in case I want to move it. That's the trick. You always want, oh, I think I want it a little higher. And I'm going to play with this side first. Because it is so delicate, it will kind of fold or curve on you. So just straighten it out as you're putting it down. Until my B kind of stretched out, but I'm going to get it back in place here. There we go. Push down. And there is that. And now I'm going to put on some bling. And in the card kits for my thank you gift for this, everybody will get 2 strips. So you get 2 rows, all the colors, even though I'm not using all the colors, so you'll have extra pearls when you're done with your cards if you get the kits. So I'm going to use the petty side of my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm using the Strawberry Slush ones. So that's these down here. I'm going to use 1 each size. I'm going to grab a large one, put up here near my M and my bloom, a medium one right here. Now I'll grab a small one and put it, oh, I guess there. So there is card number 1. So I hope you guys liked that one. So that's everything in the bundle. Now the embossing folder is not part of the bundle. It's part of another bundle. So you don't have to, you're not limited to just using what's in that, suite, not bundle, suite. You can mix and match suites. They don't have to be, it's not a law, you're not a lawbreaker when you use different suite products together. Okay, now this one I did a few things ahead of time. This is a piece of basic white that's 6 3/4 by 2. Oh, I better look at comments here. Thanks, Marlene and Natalie. Thank you so much. Oh, hi, Lola from Green Bay, Wisconsin. You are fine. You just missed the first card. This is the second one. You can watch the replay later. Oh, thanks. I think it says, thanks, Dickie. I want to make sure I saw your name right. My comments are so far away right now. Yeah, I love this set in the paper too, Becky. It's one of my favorites from the annual catalog. Love it. Yeah, I love that flower too, Lisa. Okay, I want to go back and look at everybody's stuff. Okay, so this is I think I said this already, 6 3/4 by 2. And I need, grab the stamps. I'm going to be making this flower with this stem here. So this is a 2-step. So that's what I got these, like, stamped this twice and then stamped this twice. I need 3 of them. So I'm going to show you how you stamp them. I've got 1 left. I didn't want you to have to sit there and watch me have to die cut all of that stuff. So I'm going to grab this again for stamping. Here's the flower. Oopsie. The card I'm working on just fell over. There we go. And then I need this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do the stem quick. So bring this piece in. So this is how I did this, except use different colors. Now, all 3 of the stems are done with Shy Shamrock. I'll just stamp that one here. So that's what these 2 were done in. And then this last one, let me look at what colors I did. Okay, so I need Summer Splash. I did one in Secret Sea and another one with the Petunia Pop. This one is Summer Splash. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention in this suite, like a garden green I've used, that's not an in color, but I do believe all 10 of the in colors are in the paper. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's at least a mixture of the 2. I'm thinking it's got every single in color. I can't remember if Darling Duckling is in it or not. That one I'm kind of wondering about. I'm sure. I think Pretty in Pink. The only ones I haven't used on these cards are Darling Duckling and Pretty in Pink. So it could be that those two colors aren't in it. I can't remember. But I think it's pretty neat how it includes a ton of colors. So I love how both of our in colors coordinate so well together this year. A lot of times that doesn't happen. And a pack of 5 in colors usually do, but both sets usually don't go together very well. But this year we've got 2 good sets together. So you want to do the outline of the flower first. Sorry, I just looked and it's not auto scrolling again for comments. Oh, thanks, Robin. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Crystal. And Lisa, I'm glad you guys like that last card. Okay, so that's with the Summer Splash. Okay, so I'll bring that close. It has the flowers. That's the outline. This one is a bold one that colors it in. So I'm doing Summer Splash again, but I'm going to stamp off. That's going to lighten it up. And then I line up all those flowers, which is easier to do now that we have photopolymer. I don't know how we did 2-step with just our rubber stamps. I got the hang of it, but I don't think I could do it again. See, now that colored it in. So stamping off is important because if I didn't stamp off, we wouldn't see all that detail from the outline. So that is how I stamped all the others. The Petunia Pop was done the same way. You stamp the lines of the Petunia Pop and stamp off with Petunia Pop on this one. Same thing with Secret Sky. So let me show you. So there's the Petunia Pop one with its stem. And there's the Secret Sky done the same way. So I'll be die cutting those here in just a minute. Put that over here. And what do I need to stamp now? Okay, now this piece here, the largest piece in the kit, this one is where did it go? Oh, I hope I did the right one a minute ago. Oh yeah, this is the 8.5 by 3. This is going to be for all the sentiments. So first off, that's enough for both cards. I need to grab the big lovely. So I'm going to be using the stamp and show you how to die cut the big word. The next card's not going to have one of the big words. So I wanted to make sure I did a die cut version of the bloom and then the stamped version of the lovely. So I'm going to stamp this right here. I'm holding it down. This was Secret C. I can't remember if I said that. Love that dark blue. It is so pretty. Isn't that font gorgeous? I love it. Now I'm going to have 2 little words to go along with it. Have a and day. So here's that's a lot joy. Oh, here we go. There's the have a and there's day. And I'm going to do those with Petunia Pop. And I'm going to be die cutting this out. These are going to be fussy cut, but super easy. I'm not going to do all that detail. You'll see here in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do the day right here. I think I've got room up here. Yeah, I'll do the have a right there. So I've got plenty of room to do that over here. Doesn't matter exactly where you put them because everything's going to be cut out. And, oh yes, the inside of the card. I probably should have done this separately too, but I think I can still do it this way. Or done some of the stamping ahead of time. But this is a 4 by 5 1/4. This one was done with Summer Sky. I need to clean. Well, I can do a different order. I'm going to grab my Summer Sky, or Summer Splash, I mean. Actually, I'm just going to do it like I did. I'm going to stamp one right here. Kind of tall. Leave a little space because I'm going to be putting 2 of these. So I'm going to go here, here, kind of eyeball it. This I'm going to bring down a little bit. Okay. Then let's do the stamp off part. Stamp off. Make sure I'm still on the screen. Yeah, I had to look over for a second. I was afraid I was getting out. Believe me, it is so much easier to line this up without the camera in the way. So if it takes me a little while, don't fret thinking, oh, that's probably really hard to line up. If I can do it with the camera and a microphone in my face, you can do it at home, no problem. So there's Summer Splash. I need to clean that off because what I'm doing, I'm just going to make a nice little floral border think these are hydrangeas. I think that's what these are called. Then I'm going to do the petunia pop. Do one right here. And if they intersect a little bit, that is okay. I'm going to do this one a little shorter. Do this one taller, right next to it. And let's do another small one right there. Stamp off. Well, I'm getting faster at this now. You're probably like, yay. I probably shouldn't have said anything because I don't think I got it. Oh, that turned out okay. That's one thing. With the two-step, a lot of times they may not line up perfectly on purpose. So then if you don't get it lined up just right, no big deal. Oh, Cheryl, thanks. Cheryl just let me know Darling Duckling and Pretty in Pink are in it. So every single in color is in that paper. That was what was in my head, but I wasn't sure if I was remembering right. I should have double checked that because I remember looking at it thinking, oh, it's got all the in colors, but then I started second guessing myself. There's a lot to remember. So I'm getting this cleaned off because now I'm going to do my secret C. Do the outline again in two of them. Okay. And the stamped off. There we go. So that is the inside of the card. I just want to make a pretty flower border there. I'll go ahead and put this on the inside of the card. That is all the stamping. Grab my seal. Oh, I forgot I didn't fold the card base yet, did I? I'm using cloud cover. Now, one thing, speaking about cloud cover, when you look at the last chance list, you're going to see the full-size ink pad for this color. It does have a disclaimer. I just want to warn you. For some reason, the chemicals and the ink and these ink pads, a size ink pad, just don't jive. It changed color completely. This is like a bluish gray. It would turn totally gray because we actually had one at On Stage back in March. They had it out for us to use, and it turned this weird, ugly gray color. So they're selling them if you want them, but I just want to warn you, it may not be the exact same color as the paper. That's why they're not selling it in the catalog. So it's in the catalog, but it won't be available once they sell out what's in the last chance list. And a lot of people have been saying you can only get that color in the Stampin' Blends and the Stampin' Right markers and the ink refill. But there are two sets of those Stampin' Spots, those little 1-inch square ink pads that we have. One of those sets has cloud cover in it. So that's why they still have the ink refill. That pad is totally different. You know how our ink pads are. It's got that soft foam that does so well. It works really good. But our Stampin' Spots have the regular pads that we used to have, more material, and they're harder. The ink works fine in those pads. It's so strange how something like that can change, but chemical things just don't like to mix sometimes. But it works on the Stampin' Spots. The Stampin' Spots. So get that set and you'll have that little ink pad. So you want to make sure you get an ink refill with that because those Stampin' Spots, since they're so small, they do dry out faster than the big ones. But that is an option to get it as an ink pad. Buy that little set of the Stampin' Spots. A lot of people are forgetting to mention that. I don't notice a bunch of demonstrators only talking about the markers, the blends, and the ink refill. But I want to make sure you knew about the Stampin' Spot too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half. It's a regular 5.5 by 8.5. Put that here. And by the way, this is one of the new in colors. Same with Secret C. But don't those two go together so well? I love those two together. So there's the card base. So we're going to go ahead and put this on the inside. For those of you making the card with me. Okay. So that's ready. Bring this piece in. This is a piece of Secret Sky. It's 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. I did a weird size because this is also embossed with that same joined together embossing folder I showed you just a minute ago. This is 2 3/4. It's 3.5 by 4 3/4. I only wanted a narrow border around there. I didn't want it very big. So that's why this has the weird 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. I'm going to put this in the center, like so. Sometimes I just like to use a narrow border. I could have just put the white directly on here, but this helps it pop a little bit more. And this is going to go in the center of the card. It doesn't matter which, you got, just decide which. I kind of liked having this part at the bottom. It really doesn't matter. So that is how I've got mine on, but you can put it on the other way. It's going to look just as good. It really doesn't matter. So I've got that ready. This is another piece from the Florals and Bloom DSP. And DSP is designer series paper. I can't remember if I said that because some people don't realize that. So when you hear me say DSP, that's what I'm meaning. But this is a piece that is 1.5 by 5.5. Put some adhesive on here. And I'm going to go all the way to the bottom edge. I want to show a little bit of white over here. I'm lining the bottom of the DSP with the bottom of the card base. And then bring it. I'm kind of looking here to make sure that looks straight. Then I know the rest of it's straight. There we go. Now I'm going to take this circle. This is done with the Spotlight in Nature. Try to find that. There we go. These dies are $35 and you get 2 sets. And they are different, of course. They're the same size, but they've got different patterns to them. They're 3, it goes back and forth between 3 patterns. And this is the number 4 die, 1, 2, 3, 4. The one that's got the lines in it. That was the one I chose. There's a number 4 on this set, but it's a totally different border. I want the one with the lines. So that is how I did this. This is out of a piece of the Florals and Bloom DSP. There's the other side. I'm going to be using this one. And it was done in a 3 by 3 piece. 3 inch by 3 inch, that is. Yeah, all my sizes are in inches. Okay, you can have the lines go every which way. I kind of liked them being diagonal. Kind of do this and kind of centering it left and right and up and down on the DSP. But make sure you don't go over the edge. I still want to have a little bit of the blue card. Make sure, look at my original. There we go. It keeps moving on me. I can barely see it. That looks good. So I'm going to put that down. I need to do some work on this card so I can see what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. Nothing's cooperating with me tonight. There we go. All right. Now, the neat thing, you might have noticed this with these dies. Oh, that's right. I still have some die cutting, don't I? I love how they put, see, this is white here. That just makes it so I can put like a glue dot on there and then I can stick this on and more of the leaf is still showing and I can make the flower. So I love that Stampin' Up is thinking things through like that. But let me grab the die cutting machine because we've got to do some die cutting, or I've got to do some die cutting before we get this finished. Oh my goodness. So here's the die cutting machine. I don't think I told you die cutting. If you have our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, it's the big platform, number 1. A die plate number 2 and a standard cutting plate number 3. And I think I got a new set of these. And well, here's, oh, that has 3 on it. No, my other one. The 3 was gone, so they may not have 3s on them anymore. But that's what it used to be with the standard, the clear cutting mats you want. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I'm glad she loves my creations. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to grab this one. And there are the flowers. I think I can do all this at the same time. From the Pretty Florals dies, I need this one for the stem and this one for the flower. And then from the Pretty Florals, which are the words, we've already done Bloom. We're going to do Lovely, but I want to do the one that's got openings to it because that's when I'll do my stamped version. I'm going to go ahead and get this one ready first. So just make sure that Lovely completely fills in the openings in that die. So everything along the edges, see that Y is kind of off. There's a little white. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't. But I need to move that a little bit. There we go. That's totally blue now. You just have to do a little bit of moving sometimes. Just get as close as you can. If one is off a little bit, then it could be I didn't get it on the stamp very well. There we go. Because that's one thing with being photopolymer. Sometimes it likes to move a little bit. I thought I did it right. Usually what I do with a big stamp like this, I will lay it down. I don't want to lay it on my glass mat because it sticks to the glass mat just like it does the acrylic blocks. Just put it like on a desk or something. I lay it face down and then I bring the block to it. Usually if you lay it on something it can't stick to, it'll stay the shape it's supposed to and fit with the die. But that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to put this one on. Once again, get that stem in the opening. And this is Post-it tape, by the way, in case you don't have that. And now I've got this. This is what I use to keep the dies in place. And it's the same adhesive as what's on Post-it notes. So you can use the adhesive part of your Post-it note too. It holds that die down really good, but it doesn't tear your cardstock when you go to take it off again later. Put this on here, run it through. This is all I need to run through for this card. Oh, thanks, Myra. I'm glad you like it. Okay. We've got this one. I like that summer splash color too. I neglect that one way too much. It's a gorgeous color. Put my tape back over on my machine. I don't use Shy Shamrock that much either. I think that's a pretty green too. So there's that. There are just so many colors to choose, Stampin' Up! Colors to choose from. Okay, now I use the tape over and over again, but when it starts falling apart like that, it's ready for the trash can. All right, so this is all done, and in your kit, you'll get 2 strips of these. Now let's see how my lovely turned out. It turned out lovely. There we go. So that is ready. And now, like I said, I'm going to fussy cut these out, but they're just going to be rectangles. If you want to cut them out to where you're going right around the words, you go right ahead. But I knew this was going to look fine as little bitty rectangles. So grab my paper snips. And with it being small, and I'm not worried about it not being cut exactly straight, they're small rectangles and nobody's going to notice. So I'm just cutting across here, here, and here. So there's that one. And believe me, I can't cut straight at all. So if mine look good, then you know yours are going to be fine. And you can intentionally do angles. Also, you can play around with it and see which way you like it. And there's the day. And then the rest of this will be for the second card. Okay, now I can start putting this card together. Oh, drop that. I need that later. Okay, grab the card base again. I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet, and I'm going to put these flowers together. You can use multi-purpose glue, but I decided with putting these together, and I think they're easier to work with once you put them together. I'm going to grab a glue dot. There's one there. I'm going to turn this over, but that point right there, I want it going over the glue dot. It's okay that the glue dot is wider. I don't know if you can see that, wider than the stem. Because once I get that, this flower is going to go right on top, and it's going to cover up that whole glue dot. And it's okay that it's still showing here on the back because it's going to be stuck on the card anyway. So I just think it's easier to put these together with the glue dots. Let's turn this over, put that point there on the glue dot. You might need to help the glue dot a little bit because this is such a thin piece of cardstock right here. Sometimes it doesn't have the weight to pull that glue dot up. So you might have to help the glue dot just a little bit. Stick that one on. And then I will do the last one. Come on, there we go. And put that flower right on there. Okay, so they are ready to go. Find the end of my glue dots. Get that paper. Oops, my goodness. There we go. Don't want to tear off a glue dot. Don't want to waste them. Okay, now I'm going to bring this in. I know I liked the purple one being right there in the top center. I'm going to turn it over, put some adhesive, and I'm making sure I go over where the stem and the flowers meet, just to get that, make sure it's on there really good. And I'm even going to, normally I don't do this. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive there on the end, and just make sure that nothing is wrapped around to the front. You can also use glue if you don't want to use that. I'm going to lay this down kind of at an angle, but close to the center. And I'm just going to tap it because I might want to move it around. And I'm going to grab the Secret Sky, do the same thing. I'm mainly making sure I get adhesive on this top part. Really, you don't have to put it on I'm still going to go ahead and do it. Just a little bitty spot right there. You could do a glue dot too, for that matter. Bring this over here, kind of have them intersect a little bit, because I'm actually going to be covering up the bottom of these stems with the lovely word. I'm going to bring them down just a little bit more, I think. I liked it shorter. At least I thought that's what oh, here, I angled it more. Okay. I'm going to tap that down. My goodness, it's not wanting to cooperate for me. There we go. And if it shows up under the lovely, it still looks good. I'm not going to worry about it if I end up doing that. You can also trim these to make them shorter also. Now this one is cooperating better. I don't know why I couldn't get that other one. Probably because it kept sticking to the paper. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and put those down. I still think I want that purple one up a little higher. I don't know if I can get it to come up or not because I've got it covered already. Oh, it's fine. There, that actually looks better. I got that to go over. Now I want to put the lovely on. I could have used adhesive sheets, but see all that, those big areas, it's going to work fine with the glue. So I'm just going to put some right here in these two big areas. A little bit here on those areas. And there's a big section here on the Y. A little bit down there just so it doesn't come up. There we go. That should be plenty. Bring this over. I'm going to have the V be down here near the bottom of the stems. I kind of like to over to the left just a little bit. And hold that down. Put that pressure on there so that glue soaks in really good. Okay. Then I'm going to grab these. And I don't think I used dimensionals on this one either. I sure didn't. This is a record 2 cards in a row, but I do use dimensionals on the next one. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of my day. Don't want it upside down though. I put it over here. And then I have but you can tell it's definitely not a straight rectangle, but it looks just fine. And I'm okay with it going over the flowers a little bit. There we go. So there's the Have a Lovely Day. There's the inside, but we've got to add some pearls. So I'm going to grab my pearls again, and this time I'm going to use the cloud cover. So those are the light blues. I like it when there are 3 different sizes. A lot of times I'll just use one of each size, which is what I'm going to do now. Get that out of the way because I keep picking up the wrong Take Your Pick tool. Can't find the one I was using, so let's use this one. I'm going to grab the large, and I'm going to put it up here on this circle. I'm going to grab a medium-sized one and put it here, and a small one and put it at an angle right over here. There we go. So that is card number 2. And now you're seeing why I didn't want these cards to go to waste. That's why I'm offering them this month as a card class at home. Okay. Now, oh, thanks, Karen and Becky. I appreciate that. Glad you guys like it. Okay, now trying to put them away so I don't lose them. So I'm going to have to bring them back out again. There we go. I've got more room over here now. One of these days, I'm going to have another camera set up so I can show you the big mess I have to go through by the time I'm to the last card. I have everything so organized at the beginning, and by the end, it looks like a tornado went through. Okay. So this I die cut from a piece of basic white that was 4 1/4 by 3. And, or was it? I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry about that. I knew that didn't sound right. It was die cut out 4 1/2 by 2 1/2 inch piece. I'm trying to find the dies I used. Well, they're the Nested Essentials dies. I know I brought them over here, but I've got them covered up. I'll find them here in a little bit. But this is the largest one. They're like 3 different shapes. They're 4 of each shape, different sizes, and this is the largest one. And I might as well get that stamping done. I'm going to get all the stamping done first. I'm going to bring this in. There's a stamp that says, "You make me smile." And I'm going to use Secret C. Get that ink on here. And I'm going to stamp it here on the right end of this piece. And what I'm going to do is, this one is a little hard to get the word straight. I'm going to make sure it's straight on. I'm looking at it straight. So I'm kind of using the grid lines on here. They're both on straight lines. It's straightening up for me. And now I can look at my "You Make Me Smile" and see if it looks straight. It's not perfect. I'm not going to worry about it, but there are a couple times I did this. That did work. So use your grid paper. Make sure it lines up, and then straighten it for you. Make sure it looks straight to you, and then you can put this on straight. Well, not upside down. I didn't have this piece perfectly, well, it doesn't be perfectly straight, but close to straight. And you can stamp that on pretty good. I did it at an angle. If you got the paper pretty straight, not perfectly, like I said, you'll do just fine. So that is ready to go. Then I've got this piece of basic white. This is a 7 by 2. I'm going to be doing all the stamping of the flowers on here. I'm going to take Peach Pie and Timid Tiger. Oh, here's the Nested Essentials dies. I knew I had them down here. There we go. So this was the die I used for this. And these dies are $34 if you don't have those. If you don't get them, because I use them a lot. So I want Peach Pie and Timid Tiger. So this was from the in colors that came out last year, and this is from the new in colors that came out this year. These 2 flowers that match up together, the one that has the lines to it, I'm using Timid Tiger. And for doing 2-step, you always want to, well, not always. I always want to say always, but sometimes it doesn't work. Usually, let's say 99% of the time, you're going to want to stamp with the dark color first, with the outline. Because then when you go down to put this on top with the lighter color, you're going to be able to see through it because the ink that's on the paper is already darker. Every once in a while, it depends on the stamp, you might do it the other way. But normally it goes this way. Because see, now I can see those lines a lot better. I'm going to line this up. Kind of looking at the bottom at the most. There we go. So that was with Peach Pie, and the lines were with Timid Tiger. And that will actually lighten up a little bit as it dries. It's probably already lightening up as we speak. Okay, you know what? Since I've got this out, nope, actually, I don't want to do this yet. But make sure I have those handy because I'm going to need them again here in a minute. Now there is a stem that has 3 places for flowers. That's what I'm using. And I'm going to use a different color. I'm going along. Here, let me show you the paper first. This is the paper I picked out from the Florals in Bloom. This is a 5 1/4 by 2. And if you look at the leaves, they are in Secret C, that Secret C color. So I thought, you know what, to go along with the paper, I'm going to do what Stampin' Up did. I don't think I've ever used blue. Oops, I didn't get that linked up very well. I haven't used blue for my leaves before. I'm going to put that one right there. Okay. And while I got the Secret C out, I need to clean this off. I need to get that single stem again. Get that Shy Shamrock ink off of there. Get this inked up with the Secret C. Stamp it right next to it. And I'm going to stamp another flower. Oh, Christy's loving the yellow. Good. All right. Then I'm going to grab. Here we go. These 2 make a flower. You'll be able to see it better when I start stamping. I'm going to use Summer Splash again, because that was one of the colors. This is the Peach Pie with the Timid Tiger that I'm doing, and then this is the Summer Splash. So there is the detailed one again. So I want to do it first. Put it right here. Ink this one up. Stamp off. And you're going to line this top part with this, because this stamp is a lot bigger than the detailed ones. Just this flower center that you see at the top, get that lined up, and then everything else is going to be just right. There we go. So that's how that flower goes together. So that's all we need to stamp on this piece. I'm going to get all the stamping done though. I'm going to grab my inside piece. Now this is going to be another one with a fold on top. So this is the way you want the paper to be, 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to grab my Secret C again. I'm going to grab the one that has room for 3 flowers. I'm going to put it here in the corner, like so. Trying to make it so I can see where both flowers can go. I want the flowers to show on this one. Grab my Timid Tiger again. Do the detailed one. And I'm going to line the bottom of the flowers with these right here. So really, if you make sure the 2 bottom ones are right above, that top one usually lines up just fine. There we go. Oh, it did. Perfect. Now I'm done with Timid Tiger, so I can close that for good. Now I'll do Peach Pie. And there it is. And the reason I'm not stamping off with this is because Peach Pie is so much lighter than the Timid Tiger. Okay, that looks pretty good. There we go. So that's the inside of the card. So that is all the stamping. I'm going to put these to the side. Let's get the die cutting machine out one last time. I can reach it. It's a little harder to get to. Get my plates here ready. Bring this in. This is the only thing we need to die cut. I'm only using the dies in this one, so I need that single stem again. I need this, not that one. Oh, there it is. This one will get the stem for the 3 flowers. And as you can see in the stamp set, there's 2 trio flowers. This is the other one. This is the one that we want for this one. And then this one is the one that does this flower. Let's get all of these ready here. You know what? I'm going to put these in my little dish. Sometimes I get too many on here. They like to slide in the little crack over here, and I don't want that to happen. So put this one on. Line it up. That's pretty good. Put some tape on there. That's small enough. I think one will get it. If it starts moving, I'll change my mind. Here's the one that's got the stems for the 3 flowers. That looks good. This one's big, so I'm going to use 2 pieces for this one. And whenever I use the tape, I also make sure that I put tape inside the center here. If it only goes on the outside and doesn't go in the little opening in the center, that die is going to move. You want it wrapped around that metal part of the die. Then this one is going to go on. Get it on there. I'm trying to keep my fingers out of the way, and sometimes it's a little hard to do. There, putting it in the middle, that should hold it good. Then we've got this one. Make sure those flowers are filling in that opening. Good, I was afraid I was going to run out of tape and have to go get some more, but this is working fine. Okay, now grab my standard cutting plate, the second one to put on top, and run this through. Okay, done with die cutting for the night. Yay, I don't have to go lug that thing over here again. It's kind of heavy. So there's that flower. And oh, these are falling right out. They did the same thing with this one. Oh, there's a little piece that needs to come out here. There we go. They've got little notches at the top so my flowers can go on there. And that one, even though it's one die, it die cut 3 flowers for me. I didn't line up that big one very well, but that's okay. There we go. And then last but not least, take that tape off. This single stem there. Get my dies put away. And that's how to put this card together. I'm going to grab my peach pie cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5 as usual. Line those corners up. Okay. Fold is on the top. I'm going to grab a piece of cloud cover, 5.25 by 4. I'm going to grab that DSP piece I showed you a minute ago. It's the 5.25 by 2. Get some adhesive on here. And this is going to go near the bottom. Once again, I'm going to show a little bit of a border of the cover or cloud cover. And I'm going to make sure this end is lining up with this side of the cloud cover piece, because I can tell it's a little bit too long. If I line up one side, then I only have to cut one. So I'm going to turn this over, put my scissors up against the cardstock, and then I can cut that piece that's overlapping or hanging over. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the card base because I don't have any ribbon going on it. Didn't use any ribbon on these cards either. I've gotten to where I used to put ribbon on practically every card I made. Don't do that anymore. Okay, then here's the greeting. I'm going to put that on with seal. Stamp that at the beginning. And it's centered left and right, but I'm going to have it, that DSP is hitting it a little lower than center. So I want it a little bit higher. So I'm going to add some flowers here. So that looks pretty good. I'm just going to tap it down though in case I want to change it. Oh, I've got flowers to put together. Get my silicone mat. There's this one. And this one goes with the summer splash. Grab my glue dots again. Get that point on the glue dot. Oops, it moved on me. There we go. Bring that up, put the flower on. Okay. Then we'll bring this one in and all the flowers that go with it. I'm going to turn this over. And one thing I do know, the glue dot, if I were to have it line up with the very top of this hump, it's going to get down on the leaves. So I'm actually lining the bottom of the glue dot with the curve of that leaf. So the glue dot is going to show a little bit on the top, but it's okay. Like I said, that flower is going to be going there. Pop this up. The big flower is what I want on the top center one. There we go. Now I'll do a glue dot. Do the same thing here. Line the bottom of the glue dot with the leaves, because you don't want to go down too far. And while I've got this set up, I might as well get this one. This one's a real little hump. Get the glue dot up. And then I'm going to take, this is a smaller leaf. If you look at these, it's a little hard to tell, but this one's just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to put this one with the smaller leaf over here. Like so. And this one right here. Okay. Now, this one I'm going to put on with dimensionals. So what I'm going to do, yes, the dimensionals are finally coming out. So where those the stem and the flower meet, I'm putting that dimensional right over that. That's going to hold those together even more than just the glue dot. Now I need a little bit on these leaves. I think this is a little too big. Actually, I think that is going to fit. Okay, it did fit there. It's definitely not going to fit there. So I'm going to take one of these half ones. You could use the mini dimensionals too, but I use every bit of my dimensionals. So I'm going to use this little half one, just cut it off the border, and that'll fit there. I think I'm going to go ahead and take these off, and I'm just going to tap it down when I put it down. Like I've been, oh, I just ripped off that flower. Okay, I'll make it work. That's the one bad thing sometimes when you use the take your pick tool, because you scoop them up, sometimes it rips the flower. But I can fix it, no worries. I've had that happen before. Okay, I'm going to lay this one down. Sometimes it's good that things like that happen, because then I can show you how to fix it. So where this little indentation is between the flower and this leaf, I'm going to kind of wrap it around the loop of the U and angle that just a little bit. There we go. Tap that down. And this one, since it's already got a dimensional on it, I can just put those right together. Can't even tell it broke. I even put it up close to you so you can't tell. Now this one, oh, I actually did not mean to push that down. So I'm going to pop that up carefully. Perfect. Just that one. That's all I need to do. I'm going to put seal on this. Once again, I'm going to go over where the two meet. But if I put some adhesive on the leaf, it's not that big a deal. It's going to be fine. And you really do not have to put any. So I would just put adhesive. I put a little bit on that stem. There's no reason to. Just get it on the back of those leaves and the flower, because the stem is going to be tucked underneath here. And I don't want it to show, so I'm kind of angling it. Oh, actually, I might have to let it show. Oh, no, I just push it down a little farther. I'm making that stem go right along the stem, behind this stem here. Sorry, that stem here. So you can't even tell that it's showing. I've got it underneath this stem here. That looks good to me, so I'm going to push it down. Push everything down. There we go. The inside, did I get that done? I don't think I did. Oh, yes. I stamped it wrong. I think I was telling you which way to do it, and I did it the wrong way. If you were paying attention, which I definitely wasn't, you were probably laughing at me. Okay, let's do this again. It's a good thing there are two sides to a piece of paper. Oh, thanks, Deidre. I'm glad you're liking it. Thanks, Becky. So I'm going to grab my Secret C again. We're going to stamp this again. I just wanted to give you a refresher and show you how to do this again. Not quite. I do that a lot. How many of you have done that? You meant to, oh, actually, that was right. See, I was looking at this because it looks good this way too, but that is actually the way I want it, so I don't have to do it again. Thank goodness. I'm getting tired and I think I'm losing my mind. Okay. There we go. I did do it right. Yay. I really thought I messed up. But if I had, no big deal. I could just stamp down the other side, because you can't even tell that I stamped it on the other side when I started to do it again. So there's the inside. There's that. Got to grab those pretty pearls. This time I'm using the Timid Tiger. And I'm going to do one each size again. Put a large one there. Medium-sized one over here. And a small one right there. So that is the end of the Florals in Bloom. The way things started, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get this class done. There we go. Sorry, it took a little longer than it should have. Getting that late start since the first video messed up. But thanks for hanging in there with me. So there are all three cards. Hope you liked that. And this is part of my thank you gifts. I'm going to tell you about the thank you gifts here in just a minute. But first off, I want to cover the door prize real quick. And then while people that came on late are putting in their hashtag door prize, that I can tell you about the thank you gifts. So if you, oh, that's right. The door prizes are going to be tonight. I'm giving away these two cards. This one is going to be done for everybody that watches the replay and the live tonight. We'll put in the drawing for this one. So the way this works, I'm going to put my captions up. Oh, thanks, Robin. Glad you liked them. And Lola and Marlene and Myra. Thank you so much, guys. And Deidre, I don't think I said thank you to you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, thanks, Myra. I'm glad you guys are liking these. Now you can see why it was breaking my heart that nobody was getting the card kits. So that's why I made this be a card class at home this month. Okay, so get my captions up here. So if you live in the United States and want to be part of the door prize drawing, then do hashtag door prize in the comments. You have to type it in exactly the way you see it there on the screen if you're watching live, because the program is the one that pulls all those comments in that has the hashtag door prize in them and puts them in there. If it's not typed in just right, it's not going to recognize it. So I want to make sure you get in on the drawing. So I will do the winner for both of these cards here in a few minutes. There's always a major delay between me and what you guys are seeing. So I'm going to go over the thank you gifts, and then we'll come back and get the winner, and then we'll be done for tonight. So my thank you gifts are when you order from me, you've got the whole month to earn thank you gifts. So if you place like 3 orders in a month, I will add all those orders up. I'll add the total that from after you do the do any redeeming of your Stampin' Rewards that you might have earned, and before sales tax. I'll add all those orders up, and then that will determine what thank you gifts you get. So at the end of the month, if you get up to $60, which is the before the tax and after you redeem any Stampin' Rewards, you will get the card kits to make 2 each of the cards I just did here tonight. Okay. I do, as you can see, they're the pearls I told you get in your kit. That's enough for all the cards. And I only used the Strawberry Slush, the Timid Tiger, and the cover, cloud cover. So those will be used up, but you will still have the Secret Sea and the Daffodil, not Daffodil, the Darling Duckling left over. So you'll still have a few pearls left over. And so that's enough to do off the cards. I did all the embossing for you and the die cutting that was done with those 3 die sets I showed you, the layered, textured layers dies, the Spotlight Nature dies, and then the Nested Essentials dies. I did the die cutting for those 2. Any die cutting that was done with either the Pretty Florals die set that's in the bundle I used, or the Sweet Blooms bundle that I used, you'll have to do that on your own. If you don't have either one of those bundles, you can always use another bundle that you have on hand, and you can still use these card kits with that. I do give you the cardstock you need to use for all those. You saw that as I was making the cards. So that's with if you reach $60 by the end of the month. If you reach $110 by the end of the month, I'm going to do an exclusive video, only those that reach the $110 mark at the end of June, and the people that are on my team. Anybody that joins Stampin' Up and joins my team as Christy's Friendly Stampers, they get access to all of my exclusive videos also, just for being on my team. But this is called a gatefold slider card. So gatefold is when you can open up this way, but the slider part, you slide this off. So this is actually what keeps it closed. And then you open it up. So that's the gatefold. So this is a regular gatefold here, but then I will show you how to get this slider to work. And I'm not trying to make it so you don't see how it did it, because then you won't need the tutorial or the video. There we go. And the video, so this slides up and down. That'll hold it closed, and it does fit in a regular envelope. I use the what is this called? The Cheers and Sips bundle. And then this is a celebratory Sips designer series paper. These are part of the suite that's called celebratory Sips, and that's part of the BOGO sale this week too, or this month. So I'm also going to show you how I did this. This is with embossing and watercoloring. So I'll be teaching you a technique too. So if you do $110 in orders in June, before shipping and tax, and after you redeem any Stampin' Rewards, you will get the video tutorial for this, plus a project sheet that will include the paper sizes to make the card, also the supply list and pictures of the card to help you out. So that's what you get with $110. If you get up to $175, yeah, is that right? Yeah, $175 by the end of June in orders, then I will be making, I haven't had a chance to make these. I was hoping I could get them done this afternoon and wasn't able to. I'm going to make some special projects with this Notes and Totes. I haven't made anything with them, as you can tell, because I haven't put these on a magnet yet. This is how the dies usually come. They're taped onto some cardboard and come in a really nice plastic envelope. Let me see if I can reach one of them. Since this is a big set, it came in that plastic envelope. So I keep mine stored in here, but I put these on a magnet sheet that I get on Amazon. But I'm going to be making 4 special projects. One is probably, because I'm in the planning stage, is a pop-up card And I've got some other neat ideas. So it's going to be a few special projects. It'll be a written tutorial, illustrated. Each step will be illustrated. It's not just going to be a couple pictures on the top and then a bunch of instructions. I'll have step-by-step instructions or step-by-step pictures under each written instruction. So it's a little more than just a regular little bitty tutorial. This is a major tutorial. It'll be a few pages long. So I will hopefully have those done next week and show you next week. But I wanted to show you which bundle I'm using. I love this. It makes this really neat tote, and you can make different size totes. It's just a neat set. I've been dying to use it. So that is with a $175 order. You will get the card kits to make the cards I made here tonight, 2 each. You'll get the exclusive video tutorial to video, plus I'll put it on YouTube and I'll give you the link when you get it. And the project sheet with all the sizes and everything. Then the special projects with a written tutorial. If you do it up to $250 in orders in the month of June, then I will give you the kits to make the special projects that are in the written tutorial. So you can get all of that information if you click my thank you gifts link. I've got it down in the video description below on YouTube. If you click the learn more button on Facebook, just click the thank you current thank you gifts or something like that. It has the word thank you gifts on it. Click on it and it'll take you to the page and give you all of the information. Sometimes it's easier to read it all. So that is everything with the thank you gifts. Now I can go to your comments again. I'm sure I've missed because I had to switch the screen so I couldn't see them. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Myra and Jamie. I know I missed a bunch of them. Sorry, guys. See some hashtag door prizes. Good. Some people got, oh, thanks, Carmen. I didn't realize you were watching. Glad you're here. Okay. Thanks, Christy. I'm glad you love them. Thanks, Joan, too. I'm glad you like all of them. Your favorite set. Yes, this is one of mine for sure. It's gorgeous. Okay, so we are all done. I'm done telling you thank you gifts. Now it's time to do some door prizing. Is that a word, door prizing? So I'm get my Post-it notes ready here. It's the last thing we're going to do tonight, and then we'll call it a night. Get my raffle thing up here. Oh, now it's not. Hold on a second. That's strange. Everything is messing up on this thing here tonight. Normally, I don't have to type in the hashtag, and this time it wasn't even remembering my hashtag. Make sure I typed it in right. Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm going to count to 3, and we'll see who's going to win card number 1. 1, 2, 3, go. Congratulations, Judy. I didn't realize I had my sound on. I hope there wasn't feedback here tonight. I did not know that was on. Okay. Oh, I bet I clicked. I know what happened. It was not on earlier. Just got on here a minute ago. I think I clicked on it when I was trying to type. So congratulations, Judy. I know I've got your information. So I'll get that card mailed out to you. I'm going to bring this down and show the second card quick. So that's for Judy. This is the one. The second one I'm going to do here tonight. I'm going to count to 3 one more time. Make sure it's all still set up right. It is. So 1, 2, 3, go. Congratulations, Deidre. I do not think you have won before. Maybe, well, wait a minute. I do recognize that name. Maybe you have. Just to be on the safe side, since you're watching on YouTube, look down in the video description below the video and click the contact me link, and you can give me your mailing address there. If you ordered from me before, then I know I've got it there, but I can't remember if I've got your address. So please contact me and let me know. I will double check if I have it. I'll just go ahead and mail it out to you. But just in case you can't find the video description below, where did my captions go? There is my, here, let me hide your name quick. I forgot to hide that. There we go. My email is christyfalk@createwithchristy.com. You can also do it that way, but it's easier to click that contact me link, and it'll give me directly email me and give me your mailing address. Okay, so congratulations, Deidre and Judy. Glad you guys won. Now, those of you watching the replay, don't worry, you get a chance to earn this last card I made. And also people watching live. So if you didn't win here tonight while you're watching the live, you've still got another chance next week. So make sure you come back again next week. Now, Judy and Deidre will not be in the drawing for this one since they've already won the other one. Okay, I like to give as many people a chance to win as possible. Okay, that is it for the night. Sorry about all the problems at the beginning. I've got to figure out why that does that. I honestly know it wasn't my fault. The last 2 times it was definitely I set it up right. There's just something going on with that site. So I'm going to see if there's another way I can do it in case so their glitches aren't going to mess my video up. So we'll see how that goes. So hopefully I will see you again next week. Next week I'm going to, I think it is next week. Is it next week? Robin, are you still watching? That next week that we have our crop? Oh no, 2 weeks away. Okay, so I've still got 2 weeks until the next crop. Okay, we're good. But even if we do even the next 2 weeks, I'll still be going live because used to be I did lives on Thursday, and that's one of the reasons I changed it to Tuesday because a lot of times I only go to a couple crops a year, and there are 3 of them. 2's in the summer. First one is coming up real soon, and it starts on a Thursday, so that way I don't have to worry about missing the live. I can still do the live before the crop. So I will see you guys all next week. Remember, if you want to get on my newsletter, make sure you click sign up for my newsletter below in the video description on YouTube or under the Learn More button on Facebook and get signed up. That way you'll be notified every time Stampin' Up! Has any promos or if I have any specials going on too. So have a great week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye.